Hi, I'm Amelia. Today I played with the Muerte palettes by Melt. And if you like how this looks, stay tuned. I shared a little bit about my life story. I'm sorry, it's kind of chill, but it's hard to multitask. It's hard to do makeup and chit chat. I gotta focus. So, thanks. All right, I've primed my eye, primed my skin. It's Urban Decay and some NYX. Let me try this. What I'm feeling is more of a light blue and dark blue, more of the blues in general. So here we go. And I guess to talk a little bit about me, talk about my life story as we go. I'm gonna go with this big brush. And I kind of wanted to do a different technique today. We're gonna see how it comes out. I'm just playing, so let's play together. I am not very, what's the word? I'm a little experienced with makeup, but I want to say I do it all the time. So I feel like I lack some skills since I'm not always working at it, but it's fun. It's fun to play with. So we're gonna see how this comes out. I kind of like the idea of like a concealer eye or just a very light eye underneath this, or the dark blue like I said. Feeling it so far. But anyways, my name is Amelia. I was born in Southwest Florida. I grew up here, been here pretty much all my life. I have tried to leave. I have left a couple of times and come back. I live what is my father's property, pay him rent. That's nice. It's pretty chill, I guess. Does that look even? I don't know. I've had my fair share of mental health stuff. I'm quite an open book, but I don't want to just go on a tangent just talking about random negativity, so this is difficult. I don't like just talking about my life story and just going on and on. I'm sorry, Mom. I know you like talking. I know it's a little easier for you. That's why I do the voiceovers. I can just kind of keep it short. Because who knows? Maybe I'll just do a voiceover of this one after I decide I don't like what I'm talking about. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna try. Whew. How's it looking so far? Not totally even, but it's not terrible. Sorry, I'm blocking the view. So I'm listening to some music. It's a sound bath playlist on Spotify. And anyway, let's try to keep going about my story. I grew up in Florida. I tried to go to school in California for graphic design, but it was really expensive. So then I came back to Florida. I was in a toxic relationship. I got out of that after a few years. Was studying psychology in Florida instead of art as my other choice, and I really liked it, but I didn't know about how to look for jobs and where I was even gonna work. I didn't think I was gonna stay in Florida. I wasn't trying to stay in Florida. But when it comes to mental health jobs, especially 10 years ago, about 10 years ago when I graduated college, I just didn't want to be in Florida. So I didn't even care about what jobs were available. But yeah. After that, I worked at the casino for a little bit while I was going to college, moved to New Orleans for a little bit, lived with my mom and her partner at the time, and went to Europe for a little bit, studied French for a little bit because I used my 401k from the casino to pay for that. So that was pretty worth it, I think. It was my life savings at the time. You know, I only worked for a couple of years to go make some amazing memories in Europe that I still do. And at the time, I really just liked the idea of a life unlike anyone that I knew personally. And then I also had a coworker that convinced me that I needed to see Europe. So when I did, I thought it was really cool and I wanted to go back. And then that's when I decided to put the money on the language school. And yeah. Should I go under my eye with this color too? I like doing a whole eye socket. But no, we're gonna keep it clean today, I think. We're gonna keep it light, just above the eye. Now what? I guess we're gonna go in with a darker shade and just shape the eye up. I like this teal color, it's so pretty. We're gonna find out how it looks. But like I said, I barely know what I'm doing. I can do this. I went to Europe for a couple months at that time. Now we're in 2018, after some time in New Orleans. 2019 comes. I come back to Florida. I decide I want to teach English overseas and start making a plan to go to find a program and to go overseas again, even more long-term than I did the first time, which was 3 months in Paris. I decided to go to China because I was teaching on VIP Kid. I still do to this day, so I'm at 7.5 years with VIP Kid. And I decided I wanted to get to know my students and their culture more. And someone that I had met in Paris was from China too, so it was just a cool opportunity to know more about that culture because of some very special people. But that was at the end of 2019 when I made my moves. So the end of 2019, I go back to Paris to go to Europe. I go to Europe to go to China. I make a stop there to pick up my visa and finish up some stuff for the TESOL, or whichever one I was studying for at the time. I'm in Paris again for another month, get my visa. About 2 months in, I moved a little slow, I think. Move a little slow for a lot of things, I think. But yeah, 2 months in, I get my visa in Paris to go to China. And mind you, this is February 2020. So China's already on lockdown. And I'm patiently waiting to know when I can go. And then another month goes by and it gets worse. Europe gets, locked down, and other countries go on lockdown. I try to get a flight, or not even. I wanted to go to Croatia to extend my visa in Europe so I did not have to come back, because I did not want to come back to the States. I just really wanted my life overseas. So I try to go to, I go to the bus station and everything, but I'm sorry, I'm pausing so much. This is so difficult to multitask. Anyways, I go to the bus station in Paris to go to Croatia, and the buses get canceled. So I do not do that. And I end up staying another day or a couple of days. My visa's already expired, my tourist visa. And I stay with this lovely person, a lovely friend. And Right now I'm trying to shape my eye, the corner of my eye, the outer corner, the outer edge of my eye. I'm trying to shape it up with this nice dark blue that is Duello. I used Lagrimas first, this light color, and Duello for this color. My Spanish is okay. I don't really know much Spanish, but I know a little bit, and I live in a place where Spanish is very... I should know more. I ended up getting a flight to come back to the States, come back to Miami, and I have been here ever since COVID. Got into a more... Okay, I'm gonna take a moment to pause and just make sure everything's even. We'll be back. Okay, so I decided to shape this one up on the corner a little because I always appreciated wing. I don't think it's gonna take too much longer to do my eye, hopefully, because the last thing I really want to do is this other wing. I figured I'd kind of share with you a little bit. We're gonna try our best here. It's a struggle to make them even. It's always a struggle. Yeah, we're not getting there. It's not coming out the same. So, okay, so now we're here in Florida again, and it's 2020, it's COVID. I start working at the shelter, the domestic violence shelter. I really appreciate that experience, but I still have dreams that I'm on the night shift sometimes because of how many hours were spent not sleeping there. It was something. Night shift. That was my experience with night shift, was at a shelter. Okay, so I'm gonna try. Oh, I wanted to go darker, but let's see. We're gonna see how they look. We got Angelito, a nice light color. I'm kind of feeling the darker color though. Let's see how Katrina comes out. It's a nice black blue. We even have, what is this one? Calaca? A nice gold color? Dang. What is the right color? Because I don't think it's black. Let's try this light one, because I did want to do more of a lighter, almost like the concealer one, so here we go. Ooh, wow. Ooh, wow. Oh, wow. That's kind of fun. It's such a pretty color. But yeah, so I work at the shelter for a couple of years on the night shift, and then I changed to another position and got some experience in my field, realizing that, oh, dang, I don't know how much I really want to work with psychology and mental health as much as I thought I did. We're still working through that. But in the meantime, I still teach online, and I'm trying to expand my teaching business, my teaching. So that takes up most of my time. Teaching, meditating. I enjoy sports, like running. Ooh, I like how this looks so far. It probably just needs a little more cleaning up. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm really liking how it is looking so far. I think I'm just gonna put that light color underneath in a nice little swoop. Let's try maybe this brush. So I gave a very rough version of my that's not the word. Quick little summary. I don't know. I kind of like this gold color underneath. Like it's a little bit of sparkle, a little bit of stardust underneath my eye. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and finish up I think this looks good. Well, there it is. I used the eyeshadow Corazon on my lips, so I don't have a lot of lipsticks. They're in the other room, and I just wanted to work with what I had right here. And the red is nice. So, it's pretty. I like it. So fun. I love these colors. They're so nice. Beautiful. Well, thanks for joining me.